Hello everybody, had some technical difficulties on the other stream and people don't know about this one, so I'm going to have to send it in the chat and hopefully they will get it. Right, so welcome to KRL, I hope you're all doing well, and we're off for the Bahrain GP. I thought it was F2 but it's actually F1. Right then, so away for Bahrain, and it's short qualified. Usually I commentate for long qualified, but this time out, due to the set out, it's a short qualified for this league, and I've been a bit unprepared because I've had a lot to do. So apologies if I do a bad performance. I've not really done my research or anything like that because I've been so busy. So yeah, hopefully it all goes well on this channel. I've not streamed on this channel for a long time, in fact, so it'd be quite weird to stream on my own channel and see the videos afterwards, but I think it'll get uploaded to the other channel, so let's see how it goes then. And we're going to go away for short qualifying, so I think it's 18 minutes if I'm correct for short qualifying, as hopefully we have no technical difficulties, which we don't, and we'll get straight into the session then. Oh, okay, so it is light for, hopefully it's better seeing it in the dark, should we say. I've not really seen a light race for a long time. The last time we had a race in the dark, in the light, was 2013, and that was when Sebastian Vettel won the Grand Prix there, with the two Lotuses in second and third, and Paul Di Resta managed to finish. And yep, I expected it. Some people are complaining in the chat, so will we expect a restart? And probably we will, so yeah, restart will happen. Apologies if you can hear that noise, by the way. I'm trying to sort it out as quick as possible. As you can probably tell, it's Discord. I've got my laptop up, so I'm going to have to yep, everybody's leaving, so we're having a new session. Why is it incorrect for? There we go, finally. Lobby having a lobby restart, so sorry for the delay. Don't know why I'm saying sorry for, but anyways. Let me turn the volume down on my PC, then I can finally know what I'm doing. Hopefully it's being streamed on my channel, because it's not really popping up. I really hope it's popping up. Is it popping up? Please tell me it's popping up. Should be live. Yeah, I am live. Oh, show. So while all that's happening then, might as well go through some stats in Bahrain. F1 Bahrain stats. Right then, so I'm going to read you some stats. Somebody's on a lap, I think that's Faxland, before he's trying to get some practice in before he goes into the actual event. There he is then. Heading down into turn 1, breaking the 100 meter board. Avoid the apex on this one. Bit difficult with traction at turn 2 and turn 3, but anyways, never mind, we're going into another session. Right then, so I'll bring you some stats for this race. And there it is then. So it was a race of high drama secure with big accidents. That was recent from Romain Grosjean and Lawrence Stroll, but they managed to recover from it. This was the second year in a row that Bahrain Grand Prix has finished behind the safety car. Oh yeah, didn't they finish behind it last year, 2019? Shall I say 2 years ago now? Lewis Hamilton gave Mercedes their 115th Formula 1 race win to pass Williams for third on the all-time list, behind only McLaren with 182 wins and Ferrari with 238. Hamilton led all but one, meaning he will go to next weekend. Kia's GP just 12 laps short of Michael Schumacher's. This wasn't updated, but anyways, I'm on the wrong website. Let's go on the correct website. I like to do statistics before we go into the session, but it looks like I can't find any, which is unusual because I managed to find quite a few of them. It says 2021 Bahrain tickets. I don't think people are going to Bahrain, surely not. But the current situation that's going on around the world. So lap length is 5.4 kilometers, 3.3 miles. Race laps 57 laps. In our case, it's 27 because of 50%. Race distance 308 kilometers, but half that. Pole position. Lap record is a 131.4. Fastest lap of 27.8. Full throttle 72%. Longest flat out section 1.2 meters. Downforce level is medium. Gear changes per lap is 56. Alright then, it looks like we have to remember them off by heart then. So I think I remember 2010 when I think Sebastian Vettel was leading the race and he had a problem with his car, so I think he finished third in the end. And it was Alonso's debut in Bahrain for 2010. Obviously they had that long circuit layout, and Alonso finished first. It was a Ferrari 1-2 with Alonso first and Felipe Massa. 2012, Vettel won the race. It was the two Lotuses and it was Paul Di Resta with his best ever finish. 2013 was the same repeat actually. 2014, that's when we had the historical battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, they both pitted on the same lap due to a safety car problem with Esteban Gutierrez and Pastor Maldonado when he flipped him over. And both Mercedes pitted, Rosberg on the soft and Hamilton on the medium compound tyres it was back then. They were both fought it out to the very end, and that's when Perez got his first podium for Force India. Force India's first podium since 2009 from Giancarlo Fisichella. This is all from memory. Force India scored third and fifth, which put them as second in the championship. 2015, I think Hamilton won ahead of Raikkonen. Rosberg had a problem with his brakes, I think, and in the end he finished in third place. 2016, Hamilton got spun by Valtteri Bottas. Rosberg went on to win the race ahead of Raikkonen, and Hamilton finished in third place. 2017 saw Valtteri Bottas taking his first pole position in his career, and he finished behind Sebastian Vettel in second place or third. 2018 could have won the race, Valtteri Bottas, but he didn't go for the move and Vettel won the race. 2019 could have saw Charles Leclerc's first victory for Ferrari in his second race that Sebastian Vettel did in Malaysia 2015, but unfortunately he had problems with the car and he fell down to third place, the safety car saving his podium, because Max Verstappen I think would have easily got him with that problem. 2020 saw 2 different Bahrain races where Romain Grosjean had that crash in turn 3, and Lance Stroll got tipped over and Hamilton went on to win the race ahead of Bottas, and Perez could have got a podium but his engine blew, so that took Albon to get his 2nd podium of the season. And the other Bahrain race, the Sakir GP, George Russell teamed up with Valtteri Bottas after Lewis Hamilton was tested positive for COVID-19. George Russell could have won, but he had pit stop problems and a puncture at the end, which put him down into 9th place, and Perez went on to take his first win. Bahrain's always provided some good racing here, so we should see some more good racing around here. Turn 1 to turn 4 is a brilliant place you could fight, all the way down to turn 5 if you try and go side by side through there. There's another chance to overtake, probably down at turn 11, probably. If you get close enough and overtake down at turn 11, then yeah. But anyways, we're finally in, and took us 13 minutes, but oh well. We all make mistakes, it's common to make mistakes, but anyways, hopefully it won't happen again. And we've got all 20 drivers here for tonight's race, so let's see how tonight's entertainment will provide us. And we can hear some cars coming out of the pit lane, and we've got the 2 McLarens coming out, so we'll figure out which one's on the track first. And I am new to the league, so apologies if I do get your name wrong. Hopefully I won't. I will make some mistakes now and then. Personally, I like Bahrain. It's one of my favourite tracks on this calendar. It's always provided some decent races, and it always has provided some good action as well. So who's out on the track first? Then let's go on the full track map. We've got an Alfa Romeo first out on the track. And let's see who the Alfa Romeo is. Or is that Ferrari? I'm not quite sure. Is that Krishna for the first one out on the track? Probably, yes it is, because he's in turn 5 and turn 6 at the moment, so we'll go on board with Krishna. So nice to see some familiar faces in this league, because I know quite a few of them. Especially Krishna with another league I've been commentating for. This is the difficult corner down at turn 10. Very easy to lock your brakes there and go very deep, or just go straight off the track if you don't get your braking right. Turn 11 is not really too bad, just get on the curb. Turn 12 is definitely need to keep off the curb there, because it's very easy to get on that curb and spin the car around. Turn 13, gotta be careful, try not to invalidate it, go too wide through there. I'm interested to see how Krishna does on this lap, so as he approaches the final corner then. Let's see how he does. Right, so on board with the Alfa Romeo, as he's the first driver to start his flying lap then, so approaching over 210 miles per hour as we reach the first heavy braking zone. Get on the power, get on the brakes, scrub all the speed off. 2nd gear that was. Make sure you put it to half throttle, because you don't want to spin the car up. Spin the rears up, and he's done it perfectly. Nice execution through turn 2 and turn 3. Turn 4, not really the approach I will take, because I use I go half the track on the track, but he used all of the track, so he goes a bit deep into here, which compromises him here. So I might lose a little bit of time through there, but it's most common to do that because it's very difficult, especially when you're a controller like I think Krishna is. So as we approach turn 9 and turn 10 then, downhill braking, try and brake in a straight line, scrub all the speed off and get on the power, try not to spin the rears up. So come on the third straight with DRS, breaking up the 100-meter board, use a curb on the entry here, try to avoid the curb on the exit because you can easily understeer off and lose a lot of time. Through turn 12, and now we come to turn 13, it's a 4.9 in the middle set, so use a little bit of curb on the entry, use the curb on the exit if you need to, but try not to invalidate at the same time. As we approach the final corner then, break the 100-meter board, use a bit of curb on the outside for support. On the power we go, and let's see what the benchmark is then, and it's going to be a 26.1 for Krishna then. So we've got the 2 McLarens behind us. Ryan crosses the line 26.3, Dub crosses the line with a 26.1, so he's a few hundreds quicker, as Rudy goes quickest with a 125.6, so he's, look at that, half a second quicker already, as the Racing Point goes 6/10 quicker than the Williams. So Racing Point put some massive benchmark on the others then, and the others will try and have to beat that with a 25.0. Who else is on a lap time? Vaxland goes up into P3. The AlphaTauri is on a lap, but go on board with somebody else because they might be closer. Go on board with his teammates. So 4.6. I think it's about 3/10 quicker than what Krishna did in the middle sector. We've got a racing point ahead of us. I don't think it will affect him. It's either Deadly Blue. Looks like he's on. It is Deadly Blue because the other racing point just crossed the line. So he's on a lap 2. And hopefully he didn't get too close to him because otherwise we compromise with the dirty air. Racing point crosses the line, goes P2. AlphaTauri crosses the line, goes P5. So it's a racing point 1-2 with a 125.0 and a 125.5. Half a second separates the top two. Unbelievable stuff there from Lum. AlphaTauri then makes his way to the final corner. His teammate is in P6. We've got Joe in P5. And we've got the other AlphaTauri making his way towards the line. What's it going to be? He goes up into P6 ahead of his teammate with a 25.7. 2/10 separate those two. And we can see both McLarens look like they're coming in at the same time then. So Dudley, where is Dudley? He's in the pit so far. Crown plays on the medium compound tyres. That's actually an interesting thing. Right, so we've got two guys on the mediums. It's Crown plays who's just locked up into turn 13. And we've got Nunny on the medium compound tyres too. Oh dear, it looks like somebody spun. It is, and that is KXI who's just spun and lost his front wing at the exit of turn 12. So we became the first victim as the Red Bull crosses the line and he goes P15 on the medium compound tyres. So KXI then has set a lap time with a 26.1, but he'll be off into the pits because he's got a broken, well, it's not even broken, it's just came off. Got some people double stacking here, so I think they need to sort out the timing, otherwise they'll lose a lot of time in the pits. So the Alfa Romeo then on a lap is on the soft compound tyres. The Haas driver is coming towards the final corner to start his flying lap or go into the pits. He's going into the pits, so go on ball back on the Alfa Romeo. Let's see what the Alfa does in the middle sector. This is going to be a 5.6. I think it needs improving from him. Trying not to go too wide through here, which he almost did, but managed to keep within the track limits. And the Alfa Romeo, there's a Ferrari ahead of us, and he's probably on his out lap, which he is. He's down in last place at the moment, not set a lap time just yet. So the Alfa Romeo then will come across the line, and let's see where he can go. And he will pop his car up into P15. So I think he needs improvement. Crown Plays goes 2/10 quicker in the middle sector. It's going for more than one run on the medium compound tyres. So this tells me he's going to go onto the soft compound tyres because you don't want to do too many runs, especially the tyres you're starting on. I think it's just bankers in all honesty. Just get familiar with the track and see what he can do later on. As Crown Plays then cross the line, where can he place his Red Bull? P17, but it's an improvement by 8/10. So he must have made a mistake with his first lap because 8/10 is a lot to improve. Go on board with... who should we go on board with here? Alfa Romeo, Christian. I've gone on board with Christian. He's the first guy on the track again out of the guys who did do a run. So it's a 26.1. I know where Christian can improve because I've been on board with him the whole lap. So I know where he can improve. Williams is there as well. That Williams is Rudy. So place a marker on Rudy so we can go to him once Krishna's crossed the line. So this is going to be Krishna's second run, along with Rudy and the McLaren of Ryan is Fat, all in line astern of each other, and there's an Alfa Romeo just right behind them too. Alright then, so go on board with Krishna to see what he can do on his second attempt. Is it going to be an improvement? We'll find out. I love the way he took turn 1 and turn 2, turn 3. It was so calm, collective, and tidy. How is it going to be this time? Short shifting to get traction, make sure he doesn't spin up the rear because that's where you can easily lose traction. Now we're coming through turn 4, so he doesn't use all the track on the left, and it's going to be a 27.6. He's down, but I think he'll gain time because that's a much better approach in turn 5 and turn 6, but goes a bit deeper to turn 7. That's a Renault who's just spun. Was that Renault on a lap? I'd have to assume it is Lazo because his teammate's on an out lap, and I doubt somebody spins on their out lap. So the Renault then hasn't set a lap time, and he needs to find a lap to make sure he can get himself high up the grid as possible. As we stay on board with Krishna, and let's see what his middle sector is like. It should be an improvement because Should be, yeah, it is 4/10 up on his best time, so this is definitely an improvement from Krishna. And I think he might jump up a few places here. He might go up to P5 if he can find more time in the middle sector, if not P7, I believe. In between P6 and P7, judging by that middle sector. Alright then, so Krishna then comes across the line. Where can he place the Alfa Romeo? It's going to be P5. Nice time from Krishna. Gain a bit more time in the last sector, so that's a decent time. On board with Vudi, and he will go up to P2. It's a 25.2. He's much closer. Ryan is fat. Where is he? Ryan will come across the line now as he will go up into stays in P11. But he has improved. He's just outside the top 10. Nunny, we'll go on board with Nunny because he's apparently got 1.2 seconds quicker. That was on a medium tyre, so we expect him to go quicker. But this could put him into P5, I believe, or P4, or P2. That's a good time. It's a 25.2. And it's a few hundreds quicker than the Williams in third place. It's a Mercedes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Faxland then, he's gone 2/10 quicker in the middle sector, so this could put him up into P4, depending if he can find more time in that last sector though. So he'll come across the line now to set a 120, goes P3, it's a 25.2, you know, 3 guys on a 25.2, this is unbelievable stuff here, that's how close the grid is. As Joe has invalidated his lap, so that's unfortunate for him. KSI stays in 11th place, Ryan is fat, still down in 12th, and interestingly, this driver has switched over to the medium compound tyres. His best time was on the softs. Does he believe he can improve on these medium compound tyres? We're about to find out soon, and he goes into the pit, so that's the answer question for you. That's the question answered for you. Crown plays, Red Bull on a mission here, 27.1. His best time, which definitely needs improving. So Racing Point, did he improve a second lap? I don't know. Let's go on. Let's have a look at his race director, shall we? Did he improve a second lap? No, he didn't. It was a 25.4. So he lost 4. Oh, we've got a 5 place grid penalty for Jaime for collision with somebody, but Lum went 4/10 slower than his previous lap. So was it just a one-off, or did he make a mistake? Can he go quicker? He's got one more run, I think, on a brand new set of softs because you don't want to wear out your softs too much. Deadly Flu is on a lap. I think he is, so stay on board with him. How many laps has he done on those set of tyres? His best. Where is he? P5. He's done 1 lap. You don't want to do 2 laps because tyre wear's like not really good around here. So you've got to be careful what you're doing because if he is going for a second lap, then he best hope that a brand new set of softs can improve his time. He's going quicker in the middle sector, so it's his choice to back off or not because you don't want to do 2 laps on the same set of tyres, then you have to start on it, including the formation lap. So you've got to be careful what you're doing here as we come to the final corner. Not too bad from oh, bad exit from him, but will that compromise his lap as he crosses the line and he goes quicker only by 6,000, so he'll definitely start on those tyres because there's the best time unless he gets pushed outside the top 10. He's got one more. He's got 2 options here. He can go on a brand new set of softs, or he can get pushed out of the top 10 and hope on the mediums. I will not start on the 2 lap old soft, especially doing the in lap and the formation lap. So he best knows what he's doing because otherwise it won't be good enough for him. Tyre wear is really crucial. I know it's only seems silly by saying 1 lap extra, but you know tyre wear is absolutely lethal around here, especially on those soft compound tyres compared to the other 2. As Crown plays cross the line and he goes up into P6 then, so good time from him and he's inside the top 10. Previous time was in a medium compound tyre, then he puts himself up into P6. Alfa Romeo's on a lap, he's currently down in 18th place. There's a car ahead of us, hopefully he gets out of the way, which he does. That's Crown Place who's just completed the lap. What about Lazo down in 20th place? He's short shifting quite massively here. I think I've got to say he's on a banker lap. It'll be very interesting to see what the Alfa Romeo could do then on the soft compound tyres. He's done 1 lap already, 27.0. We didn't see his first sector, did we? Well, I didn't because I went on board with the Renault, but let's see what his middle sector is like because he needs a big improvement if he wants to get inside the top 10. Ryan is fat is currently on his outlap. The two McLarens 14th and 15th, so I think they want to try and get a big improvement. And let's see what the middle sector can be. 1/10 up, and that's not going to be enough. That's only going to put him in P18. But Dudley and Lazo have not set a time yet. Lazo's came back into the pits. The Haas driver's retired, so he'll be starting down to 16th unless Chernobyl will get ahead of him. As the Alfa Romeo crosses the line, and he stays in P18, but it's an improvement by 2/10, so good effort from him. And was that it from him? We've got my Red Bull out of the pits. Who's the Red Bull? Is that Crown Plays? No, it's the other one, it's Joe. So where's our main protagonist then? They're in the pits still. It's Joe who's on the outlap, so we'll go on board with Joe then, as he let the McLaren through. Do we go on board with him? That's Ryan is fat, currently ahead of him. No, he's on a lap into. Yeah, he's on a lap. So go on board with Ryan is fat first. So he must came out of the pits very early compared to anybody else. Must bought the track to himself. And it's going to be a 4.5 in the middle sector. That's a decent middle sector, but a bit tentative coming into turn 13. Messed around with the steering just a bit. You don't want to do too many steering adjustments through there or any corner. As he heads towards the last corner then. Could that lose him a bit of time with that moment in turn 13? This is going to be a 125. It puts him up into P15, and he improved again in the middle sector. Last sector, sorry. So he gained a 10th in the last sector. Where could he have been if he didn't make that little adjustment into turn 13? Right, on board with... Not yet. Is he on a lap? Is he on a lap? Yeah, go on board with the Red Bull then, because I believe he was the second man. In fact, it was Ryan's teammate. It was Dubsy that's going to cross the line first. A bit of power drifting coming out of the last corner. Not really what you want to do with tyre wear, especially around here. So Dubsy's on a lap and Joe's on a lap. We'll go on board with Joe then. As we approach turn 1. Hopefully that car knows he's coming. Hopefully... Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. And that's a bit too late, Sunshine. It's a bit too late, mate. And yeah, I could understand the frustration. Hopefully he's got enough fuel, which he should have enough fuel because it's only beginning of the lap, so he should have enough fuel. But people need to pay more attention coming out of the pits. I think it's best if he saves the EOS. You don't want to use it up and put more power in the car when you don't want to. You want to cool the engine down. You want to turn the EOS off to save EOS because that makes a difference as well. So back on board with the McLaren. 1/10 up in the first sector from the McLaren. There's a cars ahead of us. They're both weaving. Hopefully they get out of the way. Please get out of the way. Please get out of the way. Please, please. Who's that? That's Mercedes. Is that Faxland ahead of us? No, it's his teammate. 2/10 gained in the middle sector from Dubsy. That's Faxland, and Faxland gets out of the way, but I think the other Mercedes should have done it earlier. Anyway, there's no cars ahead of us. Oh no! He went a bit too wide. Well, not too wide, he exceeded it. He tried to take as much of the track as possible, but that was a bit too much, and it was a 25.8. Where could that have put him? P12, I think, along with his teammate, or P11. Racing Point, then, on his last flying lap, he's gone 100s quicker in the first sector. As we approach, just apologies for the silence there, I thought I had myself on mute, just had to make sure. We're coming down into turn 12, where's Nunny? In the first sector, he's down in the first sector, but Lum is up in the middle sector. Try not to go too wide through here, because it will class as a validation. His Racing Point teammate is on a lap as well, he's down in 7th place. Lum, through the final corner he goes, and let's see where he can place his Racing Point. Can he go quicker? Can he get inside the 24s? Yes he can, it's a 24.9 and it's almost a 10th. What's a good lap from him? Where's his teammate? Down in P7. He's down, he's up in the first 2 sectors, and let's see where he is then. It's a Racing Point 1-2. Oh, he spun! And that his qualifying is over. Rudy is in P4. Where's Crown Plays? Rudy, he's up into P6 his Crown Plays. This driver has a 5 place grid penalty, as T-Ban has gone into 8th place with a 25.5. So that's the second driver I've seen spin through there. And there's two cars off the track. That's a Williams and Ferrari. Is that Ferrari Krishna? No, he's at Alfa Romeo, wasn't he? So it must have been KSI. KSI will start P14. Where can the Ferrari go? It's going to be a 25.3. No, third place. It's a 25.1. But he will start in 8th place with a 5-place grid penalty. That is qualified over, folks. So it's a racing point 1-2. And we've got the Ferrari in 3rd. But Nunny will start in P3 because of the 5-place grid penalty for the Ferrari driver. So the two German drivers on pole position and a few Dutches behind them. Vaxland in 6th place ahead of Crown Play's Danish driver in 8th ahead of Tiban. Krishna in P10 ahead of Joe Fan. We didn't see Joe Fan because of that misfortune he had in turn 1. 12th place goes to the Renault. Ryan in 13th. Dudley goes in 14th. KXI in 15th ahead of Chernobyl. Dubsy in 17th place ahead of... Apology if I don't say your name right, please forgive me. Lazo in 19th ahead of Alves. I think I should have learnt the names before, but I didn't have much time really, so apologies about that, everybody. Take a little bit of a break, then we... This is going to be a thriller. I can't wait to see how this one pans out. Forgot to mention Shimobile on the hard compound tyre, so expect him to go for a long stint in the early parts of the race then. Right then, so the racing point 1-2, his teammate has the inside line. Will he take advantage? Can he get a better start? Will he send it down the inside into turn 1? What about the Mercedes in third place, getting the slipstream down into turn 1? We'll find out soon as the lights will go off for the first race of season 4. Please don't tell me there's any oh yeah, they're all still lining up, but I say I thought we had a slight delay, but thankfully not. Here we are then, if I could get a good camera angle, here we go. We're underway for round 1 of the season. Looks like Mercedes had a bit of a bad start there, but the Racing Point loses traction at the midway of the start, and the Racing Point takes first place, and then the street wide into turn 1, but Mercedes trying to go round the outside into turn 1, street wide in the midfield turn. Look at that, the Mercedes trying to go around the outside, and Nunny will try and take the place off of Lum. And there's a Williams of Rudy involved as well. His teammates dropped down into 5th place there as Rudy tries to go down the inside. Can he go around the outside? The Mercedes trying to go around the outside. Can he do it? He looks like he can. There we go. Lum has the place to himself. But look at Faxline goes around the outside of the Williams. Bit of contact being made there. He gets pushed off the track. That's allowing one car to come through. What about the other one? And it's a bit more hectic down there as well. Look at Crown Players trying to fight with Tiban. Not going to go move. No, I don't think he's going to go for a move down there. Surely not. But gets pushed slightly wide, but it's not really a place to fight. Look at who's that? It's Crown Place. He swoops around the outside of the AlphaTauri. Must have had a problem there then. So Deadly Flu is down in 4th place. But look at the Mercedes all over the back. Oh, AlphaTauri goes down the inside of the Ferrari. Further back there, he's left. I'd say there's a red X next to his name. Oh, he's gone. That's a big shame. So he must have ghosted through him. That's what other people are doing so far. So I think we'll not be seeing him in the session. He's going all the way down the field. I don't even know where he is at the moment. Make our way onto lap 2 then. The Mercedes, the Racing Point has the advantage of 3/10, and it's not a big gap. Will Nunny try and go for it down the inside? Has he got enough slipstream? No, he hasn't. Not yet to get past him. It's turn 1. Anybody else willing to make a move? Oh, ghosted for some reason. That's annoying. Red Bull trying to go for it while he's ghosted, but I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why they're all ghosted. The AlphaTauri, they looks like he can have it easy, but he got DRS, has he? No, he hasn't. It's only lap 2 for God's sake. Oh, he goes slightly wide. Will that be an what's it called? A warning for him for going exceeding track limits. You can get away with it, but you don't have to go full speed through there. It's going to be interesting fight then, because we've got both Mercedes in 2nd and 3rd, but the Racing Point in 1st and 4th. So both Mercedes are sandwiched in between Racing Point. Let's look at Rudy then, climbing on the back of Deadly Flu. We've got a few lockups into turn 9 there, no, turn 10, sorry. So that was an interesting start, because I really thought the Mercedes had the Racing Point. I got a bit mumbled with my words there, because I couldn't figure out what was going on with loads of things going on there. We had 3 wide into turn 1, turn 2, and I believe that was the other Mercedes of Faxline, the Racing Point and the Williams going 3 wide into turn 1. They managed to sort themselves out. Interestingly, is anybody in the pits? Yes, there is. So the Haas went in the pits, and so did the Alfa Romeo. That's Krishna again. Krishna always has bad luck, man. Hopefully he can sort himself out later in the future, because I know he's got good pace, but he just can't quite show it with the bad luck he has. Looks like the 2nd Racing Point is closer to Faxland, so we'll go on board with him then. No DRS is enabled this lap. I'll be stuck in a DRS train at the moment. No moves will be made into turn 1 here. Oh, that Ferrari's going to go for it late. Luckily the Williams saw him coming, but I don't think that was a suitable place, suitable timing, shall I say, to do it. I think he was a bit too optimistic, and luckily enough he managed to get on the brakes and not crash into the back of him. Luckily the Williams saw him coming, because that was an audacious move. Was that a mistake? Did he meant to do that? Did he brake too late? I want to avoid him? Who knows, but thankfully there was no contact being made. Usually people get it wrong with the braking, because they're close behind a car and they don't really see the braking point until the very last minute, so that could be an option. I don't want to judge what's happening, but yeah, those are options to consider on what drivers have been doing. They should know when to go for it and when not to go for it. I think some of these drivers are quite professional now. And don't know how long they've been league racing for, but I think they should know not to ruin your race in the first few laps. Oh, Ferrari's in the wall! He's in the wall! And his race is going bad to worse now. Has he lost any part of his front wing, I wonder? He did hit the... Yes, he has. That's a massive shame for him. So he's going to drop all the way down into last then. It's a massive shame for him. It looks like he was doing so good, but unfortunately, he just went all away from him. I've done that before, you know. He's not the first driver to do it. I've done it before myself. I know how it feels. Also did it on the soft compound tyres. Well, could it be the tyre life dying out? Who knows? But I think I talked about somebody doing 2 laps on... Oh, 3-second tyre penalty already for the Mercedes. That's not a good sign on the 4th lap. Go on board with Red Bull because he's right behind Taban. Looks like there's a bit of a train going on with Taban and the Red Bull there. Look at that, we've got cars all over the place. That's a Haas trying to overtake KSI. Vettel with 13th place trying to get involved as well. Can you all get a bit messy in the midfield, but it looks like they're okay at the moment. KSI avoids the back of Dudley. Traction problems for Dudley there too. There's 2 of them, Dudley and Dubsy. So it looks like we've got a big train. We've got a hard runner as well, which is Chernobyl. So the Racing Point is not safe. We've got a battle for 19th place. He's just came out of the pits ahead of the Haas driver, so it looks like we have a battle for 19th between those two. But Mercedes is still in DRS range of the Racing Point. He's 7/10 behind Lum, shall I say? Lumnon Crescent. Hopefully we can see some moves being made soon. Massive DRS train at the moment. We head down into turn 1, he gets right behind him. Nobody making a move just yet. The Red Bull's going to make a move down into turn 1. We go. Crown Place has overtaken the Alfa Tauri nice and neatly there, and he moves himself up into P7. But go back on board with the Mercedes. Is he close enough? No, he's not. What about others behind him? No. What about the Alfa Tauri? Can he fight back? Nope. None of them have DRS. Oh, Ryan needs to be careful. He takes out the marker board as well. Thankfully, he did not hit the back of the Alfa Tauri. I think he was a bit too optimistic and got a bit happy there. And we've got the McLaren tried to fight the Renault. They're both on different tyres, but it looks like... Oh dear, yellow flags. That is the Alfa Tauri who's just dropped into 10th place. Looks like Dubsy might be able to come into the pit soon because of his tyre wear. Not really helping him out. Being on the soft compound tyres, you really don't want to be in the midfield on the softs. Look at him having traction issues. Be careful not to lose the car completely as the Haas driver tries to make a move on the Ferrari but can't quite make it. When will the soft runners start to pit soon? Will it be lap 7? The medium runners will be taking over. The highest medium runner is currently down in 9th place. Chernobyl gets past. Oh dear. That's the Renault of Lazo. I think he's just made a mistake. I don't know what he did, but I think he's rejoined safely. And Alfa Romeo is about to overtake him, which he does. And he's overtaken to the last corner. Mercedes tries to go down the inside of him, but can't quite. Oh! Williams of Rudy tries to go down the inside of the Racing Point, but can't quite make that one stick. And nothing's going on down here, so go back on board with the Williams there because he's about to make a move on the Racing Point. He goes down the inside into turn 4. And the Racing Point will try and stick around the outside if he can. Oh, a bit of twitch there from Williams, but thankfully did not hit him. And the Williams is up into P4.
Jamie there.
Right then, so Rudy's ahead of Deadly Flu, but the difference is Deadly Flu's got more ERS compared to Rudy. He's got over half the ERS you wish he has. So I think he's played a long game here, not going for it too early. So that's his game. But what about the Mercedes second place? Not too far away from his ERS status, but 5/10 behind the Racing Point then, so wonder when he will make his move. Don't want to stay behind it too long because the engine starts to overheat, you get stuck in dirty air, your tyres will start, car will start sliding around, which means more tyre wear, more tyre temperature too. So how long will he stay behind him? How long can he afford to stay behind him? And he's going into the pits. I expect him to go to the pits on this lap. think the two Mercedes are in the party together because they got close pace, those two. So I expect them to be in a party with each other. But on board with the McLaren driver, and look at that, he hasn't got any ERS to try and overtake him. You go down the inside into turn 1. Oh, bit of contact there. Oh, more contact being made, and that's going to be influencing the Red Bull to get closer. You've got to be careful, guys. You can't move under braking. Dursley goes down. There's not enough room there, and he was so lucky as not to get spun. Do you realise how many people I've seen being spun in that exact situation because there's not enough room? That's why it's so risky to go down the inside into that corner, because you've got to let the car know you're there. You can't go for it, for example, dive down the inside, otherwise you're spinning out. You got to be alongside them to make sure you know they're there, if that makes sense or not. Faxland then under pressure from the Williams driver, so the Mercedes is down in P16 on a brand new set of softs. Is a 2-stop a way to go, I wonder? So soft medium is my predicament for P16 driver, and he's behind the medium runner. He's got a bit of clean air because the Alfa Romeo is 3.8 seconds behind. Oh dear. Virtual safety car. Oh my god, that's compromised Nunny's race. And guess what? Everybody's going to the pits. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that one. It depends how quick he was on that lap. And who just stayed out? Oh, I see. That's compromised Deadly Flu, because obviously he can't double stack with his teammate. So that's compromised him so much. The virtual safety cars came out at the right time for some people. So where is he? Where's the Mercedes driver? Where is he? Has some people getting a front wing change too? Where is he? There he is, P16. Where will he rejoin? Or where will he slot in? He gets ahead of his teammates, that's something. And he blocks his look at that, he blocks his teammate. So where is he? He was a few... So that's interesting then. Looks like the Racing Points go for a 1-stop compared to the Mercedes go for 2 stops. So now this is crucial to get past that Alfa Romeo as quick as possible, because he's on a 2-stop. What about his teammate? A drive-through penalty for Dubsy for speed on the virtual safety car. His teammate's on a 1-stop as well. So this guy needs to put in a big improvement in, because he needs to pull away. He needs to overtake the Racing Point and get ahead of him as quick as possible. But first, he must dispose this driver, dispatch him as quick as possible, because he's currently holding him up, and looks like he made it easy for him. Didn't bother to fight it too much, but he looks like he had a bit of a... I don't know, he looks like he just lost control of his controller. Managed to get it back. Or was he expecting the Alfa Romeo to brake late? Who knows? But anyways, the top two, I bet they wish they pitted, but their teammates pitted first, so that's why they have not pitted. It was a common sense thing to do, but you don't want to be held up too long. And he has pitted. I think he should have pushed as hard as he could as soon as the virtual safety car disappeared. But look at the AlphaTauri. He should pit. No, he doesn't pit. He's going to lose a lot of time. And Joe Fans has got ahead of the AlphaTauri. What about the Haas? There goes the Haas. But the AlphaTauri will try to stick around the outside. He's not giving up, is he? But he has to concede defeat, because I don't think he had enough grip to go around the outside. Right then, so we've got some different strategies going on here. We've got the media runners leading this race, as you expect at this moment in time. A few changes go down in the field. Rugby needs to get past the Alfa Romeo. Krishna has got past Crown Plays. There we go. They're battle for P. What is it? Oh, what are you doing, Ryan? Bit naughty from Ryan there. So, the battle for P1 there between the two medium runners, as Ruddy has got past the... Oh! The Renault's going to overtake the AlphaTauri, which he does, and he moves himself up to net 3 P3, but locks up as well. But the AlphaTauri won't fight back because I don't think he has enough grip to. So, Rudy has overtaken the Alfa Romeo for P9, sorry. So where are we in the race? So we expect the Mercedes driver to try and hunt to overtake him as quick as possible, but Racing Point driver doesn't really need to worry, because he knows Mercedes on a 2-stop, sorry. He knows he's on a 1-stop, is the Mercedes on a 2-stop. So he doesn't have to worry too much, but as long as he doesn't pull a gap as big as a gap, And there we go then, an overtake. Looks like he's going to overtake him as well. It's going to be an interesting one. As we go down into turn 1 then, go board on the Williams camera point, and the Mercedes has overtaken the racing point with ease. AlphaTauri rejoins down in P15. So what? So Nunny then, he needs to pull away as much as he can. Then he will switch over to the medium compound tyres. Look at that. He will switch over to the medium compound tyres, and he will try and catch up and overtake him towards the end of the race. That's his strategy.
No.
So we've got a bit of a DRS train going on with Nunny here.
Not my fault, I don't want to go short. Don't want to go short.
Back on board with the battle between P1 and P2, then shaping up rather nicely, but we've got a retirement. And he has crashed to the exit of turn 6 or 7. Will that cause a safety car? Will it be beneficial for the medium runners? Yes, could go to the hard compound tyres. And looks like there's going to be no safety car then. They usually come out by now. And then Dudley will overtake Joe. And that was an easy move from him, and he moves himself up into P1. Nunny then has pulled a 1.4 second gap over the racing point, so he needs to do more than that to ensure he can try and fight back towards the end of the race. And look at that, he's under the McLaren driver's under pressure. Here we go, 3 wide into turn 1, got 3 in the bed. Oh, how is he going to plan out? Oh, exactly how I thought it would plan out. Bit bargy now and then, but as long as they got away damage free, then it's all good. Yeah, so I think they're all safe at the moment, but the McLaren driver completely overwhelmed. Will the Red Bull driver stick with Dudley? So he stayed, despite overtaking him, he hasn't pulled away, so he stayed in contact with him. And we're bringing along with the Renault with us too, and he's got a bit of a gearbox glitch, hasn't he? Oh, Mercedes has made a mistake, that's Faxland, he almost dropped at the exit of turn 11. So we'll lose more time. Look, that's the Williams! It's Chernobyl! He spawned and hit the wall. That's a big shame for him then. He's the driver that starts on the hard compound tyres. So that's his strategy ruined, and that's a hassle to pit, that's Dudley. So his first pit stop on lap 12. So it looks like Renault locks up into turn 1, goes a little bit deep than he would have wanted to. And here's Rudy on the back of Faxland, who had a mistake into turn 11. And we've got Ryan is fat right behind Crowd Plays. Any more battles going on further behind, and the Haas driver rejoins ahead of Krishna. Chernobyl changes his front wing. I don't think the softs will go to the end. I think he should have pitted on the medium compound tyres, but that's a 2-stop for sure. So whatever he wanted to do, he can't do it anymore. A 3-second time penalty has been rewarded to Crown Players for multiple warnings, as Nunny's right behind him as you expect. Nunny, sorry. Oh god. He needs to overtake him as quick as possible, because he's pulled a 3.2 second gap, but that's not enough, as the Renault locks up into turn 13 then. Gets a much better exit, and he will get ahead without the DRS. Now it's the Red Bull's turn, and he needs to pull away a gap as quick as possible to ensure that his strategy will work, because we know the racing point is at a 1-stop. And here comes the Mercedes then, as he retakes the lead of this race, and he moves up into P1. And the Renault disappears into the pits as well, so yeah, I bet he wished he could have done that 1 lap earlier for Nunny's sake. That's Ruby then, will he go down the inside into turn 1? No he doesn't, Faxline late on the brakes as he locks up, goes deep, but he stays him in his place unless he'll get a better exit. Where's, I think he will, I think he'll overtake him, yes he will. And he moves up into P4 ahead of Faxland then. Will he try and fight back? No, he can't. And Ryan is fat is still in DRS range of Crown Place, so the battle between those two are not over yet. Right then, so this is the closest battle I think on track between these two. Faxland versus Rudy for P4. Should be getting interested towards the end of this race. We'll see what Nunny could do. I think it's still best if he did soft or hard, but he's decided to do a 2-stop instead. Well, we never know, it could work, but I highly doubt it will, because other people have tried it before and seen it in other leagues, so that's why I'm having questions to whether it will work or not. I mean, he needs to make it work by pulling away as much as he can, because he's got a pace advantage at the moment. Then he will switch over to the medium compound tyres and should have another pace advantage. As Joe's in the pits then for his first pit stop, and he will go on to the hard compound tyres, because the softs won't make it towards the end of this race. Oh dear, we've got yellow flags in set 3. That's a Renault. Is that Renault Lazo? Yes, it is Lazo, as I think he managed to get back on the track, and Ryan still can't overtake the Red Bull. Faxland versus Rudy then for P3. Bit of a twitch coming out of turn 4 for Faxland. Those two continue fighting or allow Nunny to pull away even more, but Nunny's carrying more weight to his shoulders with that 3-second tyre penalty. Looks like an interesting battle going on for 12th here between Taban and Krishna versus the Renault as well. Kappa Cox in 13th place. So Taban, Krishna and Kappa Box are fighting. Oh, Krishna almost gets out of shape coming out of there. And dragging a Red Bull who's just pitted 2 along him. Along with them, sorry. So it looks like the Alpha Tower is under massive pressure with Krishna, Renault and Joe behind him. Not really getting a good exit, is he, Krishna? He needs to do much better than that if he wants to try and stay ahead or overtake the Alpha. He's doing attacking and defending this Krishna, but he's doing more defending than attacking. He's used quite... Oh, that's a massive disadvantage for Krishna because he's used a lot of EOS. So he won't have enough down the straight, will he? No, I don't think he will. He'll become vulnerable down the straight. And Ryan is fat, has overtaken. Yes, he has. Into turn 1 he goes. As down the inside goes the Renault. Oh, the Alfa Romeo will try and stick around on the outside. And there we go then. Onwards towards turn 4. And Kappa Box should have this move done, which she... Well, the Alfa Romeo is still sticking around the outside, but the Red Bull takes advantage. Can he take advantage of Krishna? Which he does. Oh, it's so tight, it's going too wide through there, and they keep it nice and clean at the moment. Oh, none of them are decided to back out, are they? Should Krishna back out because he's on older tyres? Is it worth it? Is it worth it, Krishna? Oh, be careful. Yeah, I think that was inevitable. That was going to happen. I think he had no choice but to back out. Well, props for him to fight his... You don't want to fight it too hard with older tyres because you barely have any grip. He tried his best to try and stick his foot in there as Nunny's in the pits. So he hasn't done enough in my opinion. He might rejoin down in 6th place, I think. No, maybe 7th, yeah, maybe 6th actually. Crown Plays is still fighting Ryan is fat. And there he is then, Mercedes comes out in P8 as down the inside goes Crown Plays, down the inside goes the Ferrari and the Haas. The McLaren does a switchback. KSI trying to fight the Haas, but KSI looks like he's got the move done. And Crown Plays has got the move done as well, so he stays in 7th place. 2 separate battles going on. We've got the Haas trying to go down the inside of KXI. Both going side by side through there. Banging wheels as well. One of them should back out. Not really a place to go too wide. Oh. as the Haas driver stays ahead of the Ferrari. So that was good battles between the two separate battles we've seen. Nunny then, on a brand new set of mediums, needs to make amends to what he lost out, and he's going to overtake the McLaren as quick as he can. I think he'll regret doing a 2-stop because that was a bit slower. Where is he? Where's the race leader? I think he's a bit too far ahead. Yeah, he's coming to the last corner now. I don't think he'll gain that much time on him. Needs to clear Crown Plays first. He should do it a little bit easier. The tyres are only 7 laps younger than him. I think he should wait till the straight, which he does. Don't want to hit the back of him either. This should be an easy move for the Mercedes driver. Interesting, not using any EOS, so he's smart about saving his EOS. Yeah, he knows not to use too much, otherwise he'll barely have any by the time he gets to those other cars. And around the outside he goes, and he's up into P6. That was nice and planned from Nunny there. Meanwhile, battle for P11 still going on, folks. I'll go back on board with P11. Is he close enough to overtake him? Shimobu's got past the Alfa Romeo. That's another driver I've seen do that so far. Shimobu, that was probably an easy move because he overtaken it before turn 1. So, looks like Lum's safe because he knows the Mercedes driver's got a 3-second tyre penalty and he's currently safe at the moment. With 12 laps to go in this race. Ryan is fat, trying to line up a move on Crown Place. Those two have been fighting quite a lot in this evening's race. Back on board with P13 with Taban and Joe Fane. I said Joe Fane, I meant Joe Fane. I didn't see the E at the end of his name, so apologies about that. My eyesight's not too good. Should be wearing my glasses, but oh well. So it's Joe Fane on the back of Taban, and he's on the back of the Renault. Looks like he's got more overspeed compared to the AlphaTauri, but the AlphaTauri also getting DRS off the back of the Renault. Is he close enough to make a move into turn 1? Not quite close enough, and you'll have to stay behind him. Meanwhile, Krishna is very close to the back of Dudley, so go on board with these two. Should be an easy move, and he moves up into P16 ahead of Dubsy. I think this is one of the closest battles on track so far. Where is Nunny? He's 1.6 seconds behind the AlphaTauri, so expect a battle between those two so far, with the tyre difference, which is 8 laps. So yeah, I won't be surprised if he catches up as quick as he could. So the Racing Point doing a very good job in front. The gap's been consistent about 4.1 to 4.4, so he's done a good job so far as the Racing Point. Faxland's done a good job despite making that mistake through turn 10. Yeah, it was turn 10, wasn't it? No, turn 11 actually. Renault goes off the track. That's definitely a warning for him. So he must make sure he doesn't do that anymore. Ryan is fat in the pits for some reason, whether it's a front wing change or not. Is it a front wing change? No, he's just handing up on those tyres. As it goes down the inside to Ban on the Renault. Go on board with the Red Bull to get a good view as he's acting cameraman. They both go side by. Oh, he's in the wall! And that's ended in tears for him. That's a real shame for the Renault driver. Has he lost any part of his front wing? Oh dear. I can't really see, can I? Come on. I know he hasn't, so he survived that one. I wonder what the Red Bull thought about that one. Had a good perfect view like I did. And Nunny has... Well, he's overtaken the AlphaTauri. We didn't even see that, did we? So, must have overtaken him as quick as possible before I even saw it. I've got Dudley at the back of Crown Plays. Lazo has made a mistake down in turn 1. I wonder why Ryan pitted. He's on a brand new set of medium tyres, only 9 laps to go in this race. The hard tyres are coming into play for Dudley as Crown Plays his 10 lap hold. And that's going to be an easy move for him. He switches down to the inside lane. And Crown Plays, well, Ryan's overtaken him. Not Ryan, Dudley's overtaken him as Joe Fain has got past the AlphaTauri. Moves himself up into P10. But Crown Plays is not done yet. Could he go around the outside of Dudley? We'll try to do a switchback on him. He'll do a switchback. Be careful of traction not to lose the car because it's so tempting to put the power down. But Dudley stays ahead of Crown Plays then. Fax lands within 7/10 of Rudy. So let's see if how that battle pans out. Oh, Renault's retired. Will that cause a safety car or not, I wonder? Yes, safety car's out. Wow, that's going to turn things around a lot. Wow. While the safety car's out, I will take a short break and I'll be back for the restart. You know what? Thinking about it, Nunny has been brought back into play, but bearing in mind the guys behind him on the soft compound tyre, so Nunny's got a lot of defending to do, plus he's got a 3-second tyre penalty, and I'll be back with you shortly. Safety car is in this lap. Oh, Alfa Romeo's got a 5 place grid penalty. Why did I say that? A 5-second tyre penalty with a collision. So, looks like that is going to go right now. We should look at that. He's got an amazing restart. He's caught him napping. So, the racing point has been caught napping. Didn't expect him to go. That's a perfect place to go. The last lap as well. I mean, last corner. Here comes Rudy there. We'll try and go down the inside into turn 1. No, we can't. Bit of movement on the straight there, which he shouldn't do. He's just go around the outside. Can he do it? It's going to be a neat, bold move as down the inside goes the McLaren on the Ferrari. The Ferrari are fighting for P8. And I don't know who's got ahead of who. As Faxland touches the back, but here we go. Then down the inside goes the Ferrari and the McLaren. McLaren trying to go around the outside. No, he can't. Oh, wait, no! Krishna, no! Krishna! Oh, man. Why do I always crash your crashes, but I don't want to, Krishna? Why, man? Those tyres must be cold for him to do that. Right then, so what will the racing point do? Because he's basically led the whole race, and now he's been interrupted. He doesn't want to see that Williams ahead of him. What will he try and do then? Can he try and fight back? The Williams is starting to pull away a bit, but expect that. And looks like it's not going to be easy for Numi because he's on the medium compound tyres, and the rest of them on the soft. So he's got to pull a 3-second gap. It might be, oh dear, another retirement going from Dubsy there. Will that be another safety car, I wonder? And the virtual safety car has been deployed. Nobody's going to the pits. I don't expect anybody to go to the pits unless they got forward damage. No, they don't. If you went to the pits now, a bit unwise. Is what's going on here then? Yeah, we're nice and clean here. Increases your lap time by 40%. It says the virtual safety car. Virtual safety car has been cleared then. So that was a short virtual safety car, and looks like Nuri then will be on the attack against Nunny. Will be Rudy and Nunny. Sorry about the names, man. It's the first time I've ever seen these drivers. What will the racing point driver do? Because he's been the lead the whole race, and now he's down in 3rd place where he doesn't want to be. He's kept the Williams behind him the whole race. He's put a good gap over the Williams too. So I wonder what's happening, because it looks like he's dropping away from the Williams as well. So did he put on an old set of tyres, or is he, I don't know, is the Williams finding pace as well? Those could be the possibilities, but racing point then, if he wants to win this race, he has to overtake Ruby, and Nunny's got a 3-second tyre penalty, so he won't be much of a threat. And he's on the medium compound tyres too. Alpha tyre goes a bit wide through turn 13 there. As we go on to the long back straight then, where DRS should be enabled, which it is. So will he overtake him this lap or next lap, I wonder, from Ruby? Should be easy because he's on the soft compound tyres. Or easier, shall I say, not easy, but never know. As they all have got DRS for this next straight. As Joey has got past the McLaren driver, and he's about to overtake it by the AlphaTauri. And he goes down the inside to turn 4 with a neat move. Ryan's on the medium compound tyres, that's why he's getting a bit overwhelmed by the soft runners. Hasn't got the grip the others have. This could be very interesting fight. What could Deadly Flu do as well? Because I know he's had some decent pace in qualifying. It was a racing point 1-2. I'm not seeing much of Deadly Flu this afternoon. So hopefully he can find some pace and try and get on the podium if he can. But it's going to be quite hard with the DRS train. And Chimobile's in the pits for some reason. I think is it a forward change? I don't know, I just caught it at the very last moment. Looks like he's struggling just a bit, Nunny. Look at that, they're all right behind him. Oh, he almost lost the car traction there through the dirty air. And looks like Rudy's about to overtake Nunny, but Faxland sets the fastest lap of the race. Down in 4th. Nunny's trying to fight back, gotta be careful. Looks like Nunny's trying to fight back then on the Williams, but it might not have the grip to go around the outside with the lack of grip probably from the medium tyres right about now, but the Williams stays ahead. But what about the Racing Point? That's an optimistic move, go down the inside. Do you know what? This is a beautiful helicopter cam. Lovely, lovely, but he goes off the track. Will he try and go down the inside into the next corner? Yes, he does. The Williams goes down the inside of the AlphaTauri. That's the Haas, sorry. And look at the Mercedes then, he's dropped down. Racing Point has fought back. I got a bit confused there. Yeah, of course he's dropped down. He's on the medium compound tyres. There's a car going off the track. This is last lap. This is last lap chaos, people. And I think it's wise to let his teammate go. Both Mercedes come to contact, and that shouldn't have happened. And guess what? It's allowed the Racing Point to get through, but don't go on the curb. And he had to back out. Otherwise, if he put his foot to the floor, he would have spun round with that deadly curb. Dustin's overtaken the AlphaTauri. This is mad stuff going on here with these guys fighting at the very last moments. And the Mercedes goes down the inside of the Racing Point, does he? Leaves him a bit enough room for him. Look at those two going side by side. I've got multiple battles going on here for the podium places. There's two guys going side by side. There's a Mercedes going down in the inside. There's a massive dive bomb. Oh, it could have gone a lot worse. And someone's lost part of their forward wing. This is getting hectic. This is getting a bit too. The Racing Point is dropped down, and here comes the AlphaTauri. Oh my god, please guys, keep it nice and clean. The Racing Point's dropped down again. In fact, the Red Bull loses it. And look at those two. What's going on with Dudley? Is he retiring? Why is he retiring? What's he doing? Where is he? What is he? Oh, okay. Mate, why you didn't have to do that. It's only a bit of front wing damage, mate. Come on. And here comes Deadly Flu. KXI down into 6th place. Deadly Flu's got a better exit though, and he's about to overtake him, and he does. This guy, he's going to be absolutely frustrated when he could have got a podium, but it all went downhill. Who was the Ferrari that made a massive dive? Was it KXI? Must have been KXI. Why did you go for that massive dive on? There's no need for it. I remember another Ferrari doing it in the early part of the race. This is what happens when you go for dive bombs. It compromises and messes up the race. But look at the Red Bull going alongside him, but backs out. My throat is absolutely killing. And here comes Deadly Flu then. It looks like he's not got enough ERS to try and fight him. Lap 28 of 29. Down the inside goes. Oh, it both made contact into turn 1. And he overtakes him for 3rd place as well. That was an unexpected move. I thought Faxland would have pulled away on those soft compound tyres, but turns out he didn't. And here comes the Racing Point then on the AlphaTauri. Will he try and go around the outside of him? This is all tense stuff here, and he does, and he moves up into P5. So Faxland versus his teammate. Both made contact twice in this race. The surprise, none of them have lost the front wings due to the amount of bumping they've been doing. This is getting so close and so tight. Here comes Joe Fain as well, who's looks like he suffered in the early parts of the race, but now he's in the points. He's got KSI to deal with. So the two Mercedes are fighting for. What about the Racing Point? Next lap is his last chance to him to do anything if he wants to win this race. He's been ahead of the Williams the whole race, but that safety car restart costed him. And what is he going to do now? His last chance is probably down to turn 1, but he hasn't got the ERS to do it. This is going to be so interesting as we head towards the last corner, the first corner as well. You have to use a lot of his ERS to try and get past him. Sadly for him, he's not really got enough ERS to try and play with. Ah, could have been. I think he might have been his last chance, unless he get a really good exit down the inside. Goes Faxland. He's made a move again on his teammate, and this time it gives him no room to go around the outside. Here comes the Red Bull on the AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri stays ahead, but go back on board with the top 2. No, he hasn't made a move. What about Nunny? Can he make a move on the Mercedes? No, he can't. There you are, viewers. Where have you been? And the crown place stays behind the AlphaTauri. It's been all mad stuff towards the last 3-4 laps at the end of this race, but it could all, you never know, something else could happen in this last race. Can the Racing Point get back into first place where he's been the whole time? all his work came undone after that safety car, and that's probably his last chance to try and overtake the Williams driver. Oh, look at that, the car all over the place for him. I think, mate, that's his last chance. I don't think he's got no other chance to do it unless he makes a mistake, which I don't think he will. It's not going to power pop blast because of his EOS. Well then, it's the Williams that's going to win this race. After a crazy race, Rudy will come across the line to finish in P1 ahead of the Racing Point. Faxland will take the podium ahead of his teammate. And Deadly Wolf's Blue will take P4 ahead of the AlphaTauri. And here comes the rest of them. Well guys, that was a very interesting race for for round 1 there. I didn't expect Rudy to win, I expected the Racing Point to win. And that is it then. We've got Lazo left across the line along with the Williams driver. Bet that Racing Point won't be happy, considering he's been ahead of the Williams the whole time, but well, all came down to the wire at the end. And that is the race over. That was a pretty interesting race there. Hello, Jensen. So I'm going to have to end the stream. Thank you for a good first race. I'll see you all next week at the same time at 8 PM for round 2.